Invincible heavy +sign Apprentice Collection heavy +sign, Sect, heavy +sign Shuangwen heavy +sign, no female lead, heavy +sign, killed decisively, heavy +sign. The worldview is vastGu. Changge traveled through the Beidou Star Domain as a disciple of the Eternal Ancestral Sect. The forbidden area was in turmoil, and his master died in battle. He served as a guardian of filial piety for his master for 10 years, and the system came to reward the Immortal Emperor's cultivation and the Extreme Dao Emperor's soldiers. He led the Emperor's soldiers to destroy the life-forbidden area with one hand and avenged his master. Unexpectedly, the forbidden zone of life was not even a single wave in the dark and turbulent tide. Changge was flustered in his heart, but fortunately, the system was upgraded to the Eternal Immortal Sect system. By releasing the task of accepting disciples, they could become stronger. Senior disciple Shi Yi. Born with double pupils dug out, refine the stones of the Sun and Tai Yin into the eyes, cultivate the chaos double eyes, and then obtain the heavenly double eyes. 3 eyes and 6 pupils, 1 pupil has 1 cycle, and 6 pupils open 6 paths, indicating the 6th cycle. When I open my eyes, it's already dawn. When I close my eyes, it's already dark. Second disciple Nalan Ran. Time body. Treading the long river of time, crossing the past, present, and future. On the river of time, I hold you high. All heavens and all realms are destroyed, I exist alone. My existence is only to find Brother Sanhuo in the long river of time. 3 disciples soared to heaven. Born with a sword body, sword heart, sword soul, and sword spirit, possessing unparalleled sword immortal talent. By using the sword body to kill immortals, the sword heart to kill immortals, the sword soul to trap immortals, and the sword soul to eliminate immortals, no one dares to be called an immortal in all worlds. Until one day. True dark turmoil has descended. What? Is every ant in the Eternal Immortal Sect the 10 evil sky ants? Are all the earthworms underground in the Eternal Immortal Sect dragons? Is it the Emperor who has the weakest cultivation among the disciples of the entire sect? The source of dark turmoil is crazy. Chapter 1. Binding System, Immortal in One Step. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Brain is a good thing, but don't bring it with you. I'm in a hurry with you. There are pictures at the end of this book, you understand. After 40 chapters, there are pictures in each chapter. Empress Town Building, invaded and deleted, once again, I wish all the handsome and talented individuals encountered are all places. If you buy a lottery ticket, you must win. The civil service exam requires landing. Promise will come true, regardless of gender. Master, this is the 10th year that I have been sweeping your grave for you. Master, my disciples send you 100 billion ancient silver coins every year. Don't be frugal over there, but work hard. If it's not enough, I will send it to you again. Master, next time we have a dream, can we stop asking for the made paper figurines? It's not that the disciples don't give you them, but the key is that you always need 100 each time. Burning them will cost the disciples. Beidou Star Domain. The Ancient Continent. Donghuang, Nanyu. Wilderness State. The Ancient Mountain Range. The back mountain of the Eternal Sect. In front of a clean and spotless grave. A handsome and disheveled boy was wiping the tombstone in front of the grave, muttering to himself while wiping. Looking at the 7 big characters on the tombstone, Tomb of my mentor Lu Yuzhen, the young man couldn't help but feel a little sad. Master, you died so miserably. I'm incompetent. It's been 10 years and I haven't been able to avenge your elderly family. Wipe the tombstone. Changge sat on the ground without any image. Looking at his master's grave. Started a decade of constant complaints. Master, you saved your disciples back then, but you shouldn't have deceived them either. What did you say when you first took in your disciples? Do you remember? Changge couldn't help but fall into memories. 10 years ago. Changge, whose parents passed away in his early years, was originally the CEO of a Blue Star company. He started from scratch and led the company to go public at the age of only 30, achieving financial freedom at a young age. Every day, it's either looking at stocks or learning a foreign language, or listening to beautiful internet celebrities call him the #1 big brother. Occasionally, I also spend a few $100 million with beautiful internet celebrities. Poor people can only see their appearance, but they can hee. It's just that after playing too much, it's just a matter of uniformity, and Changge is becoming increasingly uninteresting. Especially for some big anchors with explosive figures, fans may not know, but Changge knows that they are all hosts who bully customers. Internet celebrity, infringement, please contact to delete. Subsequently, he began to tire of this kind of life and seek true love. However, Yao Mimi, who had finally found her true love, insisted on taking him on a trip to northern Myanmar. After going there, she realized that it was a scam. Not only did she lose billions of funds, but she also got embarrassed and buried in the wilderness. This is truly something that can be measured by heaven and earth, only human hearts cannot interfere with it. You'll have to pay it back sooner or later when you come out to mess around. When he wakes up, he travels through a wild forest called the Wilderness Continent. And it's still an 8-year-old orphan without a father or mother. This orphan is also called Changge. Just as he was about to be swallowed by a 10-zhang-long phoenix-tailed coxcomb snake. A fairy-like old man descended from the sky. With one sword, the giant snake was slain. Then he looked at him and said that classic line. "Young man, I see that your heavenly court is full, your earthly pavilion is round, your bright eyes and white teeth are as beautiful as a crown of jade, your jade tree faces the wind, and you are charming and charming. You are truly a rare demon-level genius with the talent of an ancient emperor. Although your pearl is now shrouded in dust, as long as you join my eternal sect, you will surely be able to shine through the dust and shine through the mountains and rivers. And practicing the supreme technique of my eternal immortal technique of the Eternal Sect, one can definitely cross a realm in a year. The capital of the ancient emperor. Crossing a realm in a year." The words of the old man made Changge yearn for them. At the same time, I firmly believe in it. After all, according to common sense, as a traveler, he must be the son of luck. One realm per year may be a bit lacking. After Changge became a disciple, he was brought back by the old man to the Eternal Sect, which had only 2 disciples. When his master had just taught him the eternal immortal technique of the Eternal Sect and explained some common cultivation knowledge. Suddenly. Dong. 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 The ancient continent. 9 earth-shaking bells rang. This is. The divine bell rings 9 times. Changge's master looked surprised. "Master, what is the 9 rings of the divine bell?" When Changge asked this question, the old man's eyes showed a deep gaze, looking towards the ancient continent of Zhongzhou. "Tuer, that's not the divine bell ringing, it's the crying of the human race. Shout. There is chaos in the restricted area. This is the Holy Land and the royal family summoning the strong members of the human race to jointly resist the dark forbidden zone. Protect our human race's safety. Apprentice, I'm going to respond and quell the chaos. After Master calms down the chaos and returns, I will guide you in your cultivation. Say it." Then he flew up. Lying trough. What situation? Changge rolled his eyes. He has just joined the sect, and his master is about to leave. The key is that this sect only consists of their master and disciple. Now that his master has left, he remains alone guarding this bare mountain gate. Watching the old man's receding figure, Changge anxiously shouted from behind. "Master, what if you never come back? The old man's figure paused, looking back at Changge. Although his expression was somewhat unbearable, his gaze remained unwavering. If I never return, then I'll never come back. Some things always require someone to do. If I don't return, you will be the 108th generation leader of the Eternal Sect in the future. The words have just finished. The figure of the old man disappeared into the sky. That day, the Supreme One drinks hatred, the sage bleeds, the Emperor's power is majestic, and countless human beings can fall. The blood rain in the sky lasted for 10 whole days. 10 days later, the body of master.Gu Changge was returned by someone. The only thing sent back was not a complete body, as the entire body was shattered. Only the level key object remains. Gu Changge looked at the master's level key object. I sigh in my heart. That's good. At least we can say that the fallen leaves have returned to their roots. Immediately, he erected a tomb for his master on the back mountain of the Eternal Ancestral Sect. Inscription, Tomb of Master Lu Yuzhen. Swearing in his heart. When he ascends to the throne, he will surely seek revenge for his master. From then on, Gu Changge settled down in the Eternal Sect and practiced diligently every day, only to seek revenge for his master. He practiced the Eternal Immortal technique, as his master said, 1 realm per year. But this realm is preceded by the word, small. That is to say, Gu Changge breaks through a small realm every year. 9 years have passed. Now Gu Changge is only 9 days after tomorrow. Gu Changge felt extremely depressed in his heart as he felt his acquired cultivation level of 9 levels. He learned from his master's cultivation knowledge that the cultivation levels in this world can be divided into acquired, innate, foundation building, golden pill, elemental baby, transforming spirit, unity, Taoist palace, great ability, sage, ancient sage, holy king, great sage, quasi-emperor, and great emperor. Each realm is divided into 9 levels. Master, you have deceived me. What kind of ancient emperor's wealth is this? What kind of realm does it take to cross a year? I'm just a big brother of Gu. 10 years doesn't necessarily mean I've crossed a certain level. This is simply a little Kara level qualification. My disciple still wants to ascend to the throne in 15 years and seek revenge for you. Now it seems that my ancient emperor's wealth is fake. Gu Changge looked at his master's grave and said roast helplessly. He thought his master was really saying that he crossed a new level in a year. In 15 years, he will be promoted to the realm of the great emperor. From then on, I stepped onto the peak of the immortal road and crossed the ages alone. Who knows, ideals are rich, reality is bone deep. Nowadays, let alone breaking through the ages, he is always struggling to cut a piece of firewood. Roast is roast, and the life of motherfuckers will continue. Just as Gu Changge stood up and prepared to leave, a mechanical sound echoed in my mind. Ding! It has been detected that the host has been sweeping the tomb for his master for 10 years, completing the filial piety and filial piety mission. The system is currently binding. Gu Changge. What? The mission of filial piety to disciples and virtuous grandchildren. Is the system binding? Gu Changge trembled with excitement all over her body, but in my heart, I am ecstatic. Tube. Here we go. It's here. It's finally here. Woo-woo. Guanzi, you have finally arrived. Do you know how I have been living these 10 years? If you come a few more years later, you won't be able to see me anymore. Gu Changge cried excitedly. Ding. Host, please rest assured that the system will be late, but it will never be absent. Sure enough. Novels never deceive me. A must-have for a traveler, how could it be without a system? A few years before crossing to the ancient continent, Gu Changge kept calling out to the system every day, but never received any response. This made him suspect at one point that he was a fake time traveler. Novels that have a system through time travel are all deceptive. I didn't expect to complete any more filial piety and filial piety tasks. Suddenly, Gu Changsheng's heart was full of roast. Nima. This means that if his master doesn't die, he will never be able to complete the mission of filial piety to his disciples and virtuous grandchildren. It will never be possible to bind the system. Do we have to offer sacrifices to our master at the beginning? Who set this TMD? Gu Changge really wants to kill him. Who knows how Gu Changge came through these 10 years? Ding! The system has been bound. We are now distributing a beginner gift pack. Gift Pack 1. Reward the host emperor with 1 cultivation. What? Emperor's cultivation. Gu Changge couldn't help but exclaim in surprise. I just became the strongest in the ancient continent. You should know that the ancient wasteland is divided into East Desert, West Desert, the Nanling Mountain, Beiyuan, and Zhongzhou. There are hundreds of millions of people, and only a handful of great emperors are strong. Great Emperor. The pinnacle of the ancient continent. A presence that can walk horizontally. A single emperor's name can dominate the current world, shake the past and present, suppress the 9 heavens and 10 lands, the 8 wastelands and 6 harmonies, and no one dares to be called respected. Considering the host's 10 years of hard work and a noble bloodline of Blue Star, the system will upgrade the gift package to reward the Immortal Emperor with 1 cultivation. Host, this is the biggest concession made by the system, please don't make any further progress. The system thought that Gu Changge was not satisfied with the cultivation of the Great Emperor, and specifically upgraded the gift pack 1. Immortal Emperor. Gu Changge's heart has already blossomed with joy. Although I don't know what level of strength this Immortal Emperor is. But at least it also carries the word Emperor. The hardships of these 10 years have not been eaten for free. This truly fulfills the saying. Only by enduring hardships can one become a superior person. Quick. Quick. Speed to claim rewards. Gu Changge can't wait any longer. Today. Gu Changge wants to break the cultivation record of the ancient continent. Once into immortality. Chapter 2. Holding the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things and breaking through the forbidden area alone. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Boom. With the sound of Gu Changge, he began to receive rewards. Suddenly. From the unknown nothingness, endless pure energy from heaven and earth is continuously infused into Gu Changge's body. At the same time, there is an endless understanding of heaven and earth. For a while. Gu Changge's 265 bones all over his body make a resounding sound. 365 divine orifices churn endlessly. 100,000 blood vessels turn into beacon fires and wolf smoke. Millions of pores begin to dilate. 46 trillion cells are like a spring breeze, crazily absorbing the pure energy of heaven and earth. Boom! In the blink of an eye. Gu Changge's breath changed all over her body. It has already broken through to the 9th level the day after tomorrow and reached the 1st level in 8. But this is just a trace of the endless energy of heaven and earth. Boom. Congenital 9-fold. Boom. Building a foundation. Boom. Jindan realm. Transforming the 9 heavens of the gods. Dening Jing. In a moment. Gu Changge's cultivation has been elevated to the first shackle encountered by ordinary people in their cultivation, the realm of saints. Saints are not benevolent and treat all things as mere dogs. After becoming a saint, he entered another world of cultivation. However, for countless people, this is an insurmountable realm. But in front of Gu Changge, there was only a pause. It broke through. Boom. Saints' realm. Holy King realm. Great Holy Land. Quasi-Imperial realm. Boom. Great Emperor realm. Gu Changge has become emperor. For a while. Oh, oh, oh. The 265 bones inside Changge's body were all transformed into giant dragons, emitting a torrential weather force as if about to soar into the sky. Boom boom. The 365 divine orifices in Changge's body emit a sea of blood, as if transforming into 365 worlds. A terrifying divine mind sits among them, and the supreme terrifying aura permeates the void. Boom boom boom. The 100,000 blood vessels in Changge's body are like ancient immortal veins, majestic and majestic, emitting a sacred aura. Bang, bang, bang. The 46 trillion cells in Changge's body began to undergo transformation, and each cell seemed to transform into a head of ancient dragon elephants, possessing the power of a dragon elephant, tearing apart the sky and earth, and roaring down the stars. Changge closed her eyes and felt the powerful aura. Shocked in my heart. This is the Great Emperor realm. Terrifying. At the same time, Changge, who broke through the realm of the Great Emperor, absorbed the insights of heaven and earth from the realm of the Great Emperor. I also understand that the realm of the Great Emperor is different from other realms. The Great Emperor realm is no longer divided into 9 levels, but into 6 levels. Universal, Immortal, Supreme, Eternal, Taboo, Mythology. Each realm is further divided into 4 sub-realms. Early, Middle, Late, and Peak. By the time we reached the peak of the Quasi-Emperor just now, it was already clear that the Great Emperor was the Great Emperor who overshadowed the First Emperor. Generally, it refers to the First Emperor, or those who have just become Great Emperors. The First Emperor can live for 108,000 years. As for the other realms of immortality, Supreme, Eternal, etc., Changge only knows the name at this time and does not know its meaning. Now Changge is in the early days of the Great Emperor. Boom. 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 Endless energy and insights from heaven and earth continue to be infused into Changge's body. Changge's realm has once again begun to improve. In the middle of the reign of the Great. In the later period of Emperor Gaishi. The pinnacle of the Great Emperor. Boom. Immortal breath emanated from Changge's body. At this moment, Changge suddenly realized what the Immortal Emperor was. The Immortal Emperor, as the name suggests, is immortal. He lived for at least 3 lifetimes, gave birth to immortal material, immortal physical form, and his strength far surpassed that of the Immortal Emperor. With Changge's enlightenment, 260.5 bones inside his body seemed to break free from the constraints of heaven and earth, transforming into immortal heavenly dragons, roaring up to the sky, intending to break through the sky. Countless divine charms were born within 365 divine orifices, which transformed into immortal worlds. Within them, a terrifying deity was nurtured, emitting waves of divine sounds. 100,000 bloodlines flow through the rules of creation, transforming into immortal divine veins. Within them, various immortal divine objects begin to emerge, and the immortal aura permeates. 4. 6 billion cells have undergone another transformation, evolving into immortal ancient dragon elephants. Each dragon elephant seems to have the ability to ascend to the heavens and step into hell, possessing supreme divine power. Immortal Emperor. An Immortal Emperor is born. Hush. Feeling the strength of his body increasing hundreds of times again, Changge's expression was once again moved. This is the immortal realm. This power is so terrifying. Gently grip with your palm. Pai li pa. Space cannot withstand this force and is directly crushed by it. Changge casually pulled up a small grass on the ground. Throw towards the void. Whoosh. That little grass seemed to transform into an supreme divine sword, appearing instantly in the depths of the starry sky. After smashing dozens of stars in a row, its energy was exhausted and turned into powder. Lying trough. Changge couldn't help but blurt out a line of national essence. This is really a blade of grass that cuts through the sun, moon, and stars, flipping the earth in a blink of an eye. Changge didn't know. His move directly startled countless celestial masters in the ancient continent. How could dozens of stars suddenly turn into powder and disappear? Looking at the dozens of shattered stars, countless celestial masters began to use their means and calculate the celestial mechanism. Is it possible that there is a divine mandate in this world? Is someone going to become emperor again? The heavenly master lineage, although not a holy land, is more like a holy land because they are the leading figures in the ancient continent's divine calculation. Every time fate is born, they are the first to know. Therefore, countless royal families and holy sites have honored them as guests, in order to know in advance the time of the birth of the divine mandate. Only in this way can we awaken the emperors, princesses, divine sons, and holy sons who are sealed in the divine source in advance, and avoid missing the opportunity to compete for fate. At this moment, Changge had no idea that the atmosphere of the entire desolate continent was instantly tense due to the grass he casually threw. Even if he knew, he wouldn't care. Therefore, at this point, the mechanical sound of the system continued to ring in his mind. Newcomer Gift Pack 2. Reward the Extreme Dao Emperor Soldier with the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things. Newcomer Gift Pack 3. Reward Mythical Level Skill Hongmeng Creation Technique. Hush. Changge took another cold breath. I was deeply shocked in my heart. System Dad, I love you. Extreme Dao Emperor Soldier. That is the supreme imperial weapon, comparable to the existence of a great emperor. And the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things is even the finest among the emperor's soldiers of the Extreme Dao. That is the ultimate life of Emperor Yi Tian, collecting 9 types of mother metals to make 9 cauldrons and fusing them with the mother energy of all things, a divine artifact that is worshipped and refined. Finally, he was promoted to a fairy weapon. At the end of the imperial artifact, who is the most respected? Every time I see the immortal cauldron, I bow my head. Mother Chi of all things. Just a single breath can crush a world. It can be imagined that the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things is terrifying. Changge looked at the simple and unadorned divine cauldron in his mind, and his heart was extremely shocked. He knew that although this divine cauldron looked ordinary, but once launched, even the great emperor could not withstand its blow. Subsequently, looking back at the secret book in my mind that exuded a sense of enlightenment, I saw waves of great Tao energy surrounding me, and the Tao rhyme was formed by heaven. Just a glance makes one unconsciously enter a state of enlightenment. This is exactly the mythological level cultivation method Hongmeng creation technique. The enlightenment is just beginning, and the natural birth of heaven and earth is a cultivation method. Changge looked at this Hongmeng creation technique with excitement. You should know. The martial arts of the ancient continent can be classified from low to high as follows. Huang level, Xian level, Di level, Tian level, Ling level, Xing level, and Shen level. This Hongmeng creation technique is at the mythological level, obviously far beyond the divine level, and it is the top level skill from the beginning. Who can't be excited when they see it? It's like a peak start. The little cow is riding a rocket, the cow is pushing itself to the sky. What a wah! Ding! Now let's introduce the functions of the system to the host. This system. Wait a moment, our host has a very important task to do now. Let's talk about it when I come back. Changge felt his powerful power and interrupted the system's words. Looking at a large lake surrounded by countless ancient buildings in the ancient continent of Zhongzhou, he said coldly. Magic Lake. Your end has come. Demon Spirit Lake is one of the forbidden areas of life in the ancient continent. It is rumored that there used to be gods living here, but now people in Demon Spirit Lake consider themselves descendants of gods. 10 years ago, the Forbidden Zone turmoil that erupted in the desolate continent was initiated by the Demon Spirit Lake. Changge's master died in the hands of ancient creatures in the Demon Lake. Now, once Changge entered immortality, the first thing he had to do was avenge his master. A gentleman seeks revenge for 10 years. The villain seeks revenge, not a day goes by. Gu Changge has been a gentleman for 10 years. Today, Gu Changge is going to be a villain. Boom. Gu Chang, the singer, held the cauldron of Mother Qi from all things and transformed into a lingering shadow. He stepped out and was already outside the wasteland. Then, one continent at a time, heading towards the direction of the demon spirit lake. Boom boom. Boom boom. As Gu Changge moved forward, thunderous sounds echoed in the void, as if heaven and earth were all welcoming the emperor on his journey. Hush. What is that? What a terrifying aura. Is that a saint traveling? Sage. I think that's at least a holy king. This place is 108,000 miles away from that figure. Just now, there was just a breath, and I almost scared to pee. For a while. Everyone in the eastern wilderness of the ancient continent was shocked as they looked at the figure in the void. At this point. In a large city in Donghuang. An ancient sage who came out to see the world with his disciples, gazing at Gu Changge's distant figure. I was deeply shocked in my heart. That figure shook him too much. Because that body is too majestic. Just a silhouette is filled with infinite terror. His hair seemed to fall like a waterfall, with strands of light intertwined around him. It had evolved into Dao and Li on its own, with countless divine charms falling down, like a boundless radiance. The sky was dim, and the stars were lifeless. This is the Emperor's trip. Another great emperor will emerge from the human race. Lucky for the human race. The ancient fortune. Thinking of this ancient sage couldn't help but kneel on both knees and bow down in the direction of Gu Changge's departure. After a gap of 30,000 years, our human race will have another great emperor. Meet the Emperor. Chapter 3. Human Race. Blood Food. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hush. What? Emperor. How could it be? My human race has not produced a great emperor for 30,000 years, how could a great emperor suddenly appear? Are you an old man who has lost his heart and gone crazy? That's it. How could it be the emperor? Everyone looked at the old man kneeling in front of them, showing a skeptical expression. Bold. Behind the old man, a disciple exuded a powerful aura of unity, shouting at those skeptics. Instantly pressing those people to the ground. Those skeptics were all terrified. What? Harmony realm. Such a strong integration environment. Is it from a first-class force, or a hegemonic force? Do you know who my master is? My master is the Tuoba ancient saint of Xiang Cave. My master said that's the emperor, that's the emperor. The young disciple answered their questions. Hush. What? Xiang Dongtian. Tuoba Gu Sheng. For a while. Everyone seemed to feel a terrifying aura emanating from the old man. Countless people were once again shocked. Xiang Dongtian is a hegemonic force in the central part of the eastern wilderness. Far from being comparable to the southern part of the eastern wilderness. The cave owner is also a great saint and powerful figure, and it is rumored that there is also a quasi-emperor realm senior elder within his sect. Everyone never expected that the old man in front of them was actually an ancient sage. Under the sage, there are ants, let alone the ancient sage above the sage. In an instant. Those who spoke disrespectfully just now, Cold Sweat Lin Lin, all knelt before the ancient sage. Begging forgiveness from the ancient sage. I'm afraid that my little ant will be crushed to death. At this moment, Tuoba Gushing completely ignored those who did not want the green lotus, as he was still in shock. He couldn't figure it out, how could there be a great emperor born? Staring in the direction of Gu Changge's departure. Tuoba Gu Shing couldn't help but exclaim in surprise. That direction. Is it? Demon Lake. It seems like something came to mind. Tuoba gushing waved his hand and enveloped the disciples behind him, instantly disappearing from the original position. Who? Seeing Tuoba gushing leave, the pressure of the sage that permeated the scene disappeared instantly. Everyone stood up one after another, with a look of survivors. At the same time, the shock in his eyes increased instead of decreasing. Hush! Emperor! Is that really a great emperor? How could I suddenly feel that figure so much like my grandfather who has been missing for 5,000 years? Pooh! Zhang Lao San, you're too shameless. Give it back to your grandfather. Your grandfather has been dead for many years and still wants to be an emperor's grandson. In my opinion, it's more like my father who ran away from home. Tay. Li Laosi, you're even more shameless. Do you still want to be an emperor? I've never seen such shameless old men like you. What about your grandfather, father? I feel like that's more like the man I ran away from the neighboring Wangpa. Everyone turned around and saw a fierce woman with a big waist, affectionately looking towards the direction where Gu Changge disappeared. Sleeping trough. Everyone couldn't help but curse inwardly. You're the most shameless. Are you like this, with a waist as thick as a bucket and a face as big as a basin, still wanting to be an emperor or queen? I think you're pretty good at making foundations. Suddenly, a cry of surprise rang out among the crowd. What did Tuoba Gushing say just now? He seemed to be talking about the demon spirit lake. Is the born human race emperor going to destroy the life-forbidden zone of the demon spirit lake? Hush! The crowd was shocked by this exclamation. Destroy the forbidden zone of life, demon lake. Really? This is truly a great blessing for the human race. For a while, countless people couldn't help but applaud. Wait. If the demon spirit lake is destroyed by the emperor, then the demon spirit lake has countless ancient creatures, and after the fall of the great emperor, the corpses of those ancient creatures are all treasures. Even their fur is the finest material for refining spiritual weapons. Hurry up. Go to the demon spirit lake quickly. I'm late, I can't even grab a hair from an ancient creature. Yes. Yes. Quickly convey the message to the sect leader, gather everyone to go to the demon spirit lake. The life penalty area is full of treasures, even if it's a handful of dirt, you have to snatch it back. Send the letter quickly, master, and take the holy artifact to bring back the water of the devil lake, which contains the essence of countless ancient creatures. In the blink of an eye, the entire city has been deserted, and everyone is heading straight for the demon spirit lake. At the same time, as Gu Changge approached the demon spirit lake, more and more powerful forces felt this powerful force. Some powerful leaders, even ancestors, have opened their eyes and gazed at the starry sky. Even the ancestors of the Holy Land, the lords of the imperial family, have awakened from their cultivation. The breath of the Emperor. My human race has a great emperor born again. And there's also the aura of Emperor Jidao's soldiers. The great emperor is born, wake up the great ancestors, second ancestors, third ancestors. Go and pay respects to the great emperor. Zhongzhou. On a vast and boundless lake emitting a towering demonic aura, Gu Changge's figure slowly emerged. What catches the eye are ancient architectural complexes that resemble ancient temples, grand and solemn. Even some of the innermost temples emitted a divine aura. Gu Changge couldn't help but sigh. The demon spirit lake is worthy of the rumor that a deity once resided here. That's right. This is the demon lake, one of the life-forbidden zones on the ancient continent. What kind of person dare to trespass on the demon spirit lake? Don't you know this is a forbidden area for the human race? A group of humanoid creatures with scales on their faces walked over, their eyes icy as they looked at the human appearing in the void. Surprisingly, some humans have come to the demon lake without knowing whether they are alive or dead. It's like an old birthday star hanging himself, thinking his life is too long. This group of people is one of the two ancient races of the Magic Lake, the Divine Crocodile Clan. Human Forbidden Area. Gu Changge looked at the ancient creature in front of him who had cultivated in the Taoist palace and let out a contemptuous chuckle. The ancient continent is a territory of the human race. When did it become a forbidden area for the human race? Human territory. Ha ha ha. Gu Changge's words made the group of humanoid creatures burst into laughter. Human race, it's just ants, it's just food for our 10,000 tribes. There's no such thing as territory. Since you're here, don't leave. I happen to be studying a deep-fried human dish these days, so I'll take the raw materials for your current dish. Boom. A terrifying aura erupted from Gu Changge. The words of that humanoid creature filled Gu Changge's heart with boundless anger. The human race blood food. Not good. He's a saint of the human race. Quick warning. There are human saints coming. We won't wait for that humanoid organism to react yet. Gu Changge glanced over with a single glance. Bang. 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 That group of humanoid creatures all turned into blood mist and drifted into the void. What kind of person? Who gave you the courage to act recklessly at the Demon Spirit Lake? The movements here have obviously attracted the attention of the people inside the Magic Lake. A terrifying aura rose up from within the Demon Lake. The front ones are all saints or above. 1 statue. 2 statues. 3 statues. 30 powerful ancient creatures. Among them, there are 2 holy kings, 7 ancient saints, and 20.1 saints. Following behind are hundreds of ancient creatures from the palace realm. Gu Changge was surprised to see this scene. The strength of ancient creatures is indeed formidable, with so many saints in just one penalty area. And this is probably only a part, indicating the terror of ancient creatures. This also shows the difficulty of human survival. Since he has achieved immortality through Gu Changge, he must open up eternal peace for the human race. Life Forbidden Zone. When destroyed. The Sage of the Human Race. The ancient creatures led by the Holy King realm stared at Gu Changge intently, unable to feel any breath on Gu Changge's body. I can only guess from the shouting just now that Gu Changge is in the realm of saints. Jie Jie. I haven't eaten the blood food of the human race in the holy realm for a long time. I really miss that taste. Red History Sage King. We haven't had the Sage Realm human race for a long time, can you leave us a leg? Red Emperor, I only need 1 sole of my foot. I only need 1 palm. I want to. Ha ha ha. It's easy to say, those who come today have a share. They seem to have regarded Gu Changge as their spoils of war, completely disregarding Gu Changge's feelings, and even began to divide in person. Treat our saints as blood food. Gu Changge became increasingly angry as he listened. Immediately, lightly wave your right hand. A giant hand covering the sky appeared above the heads of many ancient creatures. The terrifying pressure emanated from the giant hand. This breath. Not a saint. 30 ancient creatures were all shocked and pale. Not good. This is the great sage of the human race. Run quickly. Hurry up. Numerous ancient creatures have released their full body cultivation in order to escape this place. But they found that they were completely immobile under this huge hand print that covered the sky. I can only watch helplessly as the huge fingerprint falls. Boom boom. Boom boom. In an instant. 30 ancient sages and above are powerful, and hundreds of palaces and above are all destroyed by smoke and ashes. Boom. A terrifying aura erupted once again from the depths of the Demon Spirit Lake. Gu Changge no longer waits for them to come out. Quickly dodge and enter the Demon Lake. Take pictures of huge sky-blocking handprints one by one. With each strike, countless ancient creatures were shattered into blood mist, and countless temples were shattered into powder. Ah! Help! Human race, you must die hard. Dare to trespass on my demon lake. The crocodile ancestor of my divine crocodile clan will not let you go. If you kill me, the heavenly spider clan, our heavenly spider ancestor will surely destroy your form and spirit. For a while. The demon spirit lake screams incessantly, presenting a tragic scene of human purgatory. But Changge did not stop the killing. Because he saw the even more tragic fate of the human race in the demon lake. He saw that the human race was treated as bone-rotting, sparing fire, and not envious of sheep. At this moment, his heart is cold. Demon Spirit Lake, be executed. Chapter 4. 7 Prodignitaries of the Demon Spirit Lake, gripped to death. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Demon Spirit Lake, be executed. This is the must-kill order issued by Changge to the Demon Spirit Lake. No living creature is allowed to survive in the Demon Spirit Lake. Even the ants 3 feet underground must die. Because they drank human blood. Bited on the bones of the human race. Human race, not to be humiliated. Changge walks within the Demon Spirit Lake. No living creature is its one enemy. Even the divine crocodiles and celestial spiders in the great holy land were still slapped to death in front of Changge. Human race. You must not be able to leave the demon lake today. Hurry up and invite the emperor's ancestor to come out of the mountain. This person should be a quasi-emperor of the human race. Tell our ancestors that the human race is invading. Emperor's realm ancestor. Ha! Changge gave a disdainful smile. What about the Emperor's realm ancestor? Today, the Demon Spirit Lake will surely be destroyed. Roar! Roar! Who dares to act recklessly in the Demon Spirit Lake? Is there no one in my Demon Lake? Even if you are the quasi-emperor of the human race, you can't live to leave my Demon Lake. With a loud roar like thunder rushing, the entire Demon Lake was shaking, flying sand and stones. For massive figures emerged from the boundless lake of the Demon Spirit Lake. Each figure is as big as a mountain, emitting a terrifying aura all over. Open your bloody mouth and shout at Changge. A bloody aura permeated the entire Demon Lake. Ha! This human race is doomed this time. That is the 4 great quasi-emperors of my divine crocodile clan. Crocodile King, Crocodile Owner, Crocodile Glory, and Crocodile Glory. If the 4 great quasi-emperors of the my divine crocodile clan leave the mountain, he will undoubtedly die. Zun Di Lao Zu, with boundless power, suppresses the human race, and is awe-inspiring in ancient times. Zun Di Lao Zu, with boundless power. For a while. The creatures of the Demon Spirit Lake are calling out their ancestral names one after another. At this moment. Boom! Boom! 3 terrifying figures reappeared on a high mountain in the Demon Spirit Lake. One by one, their bodies were filled with demonic energy. He is once again one of the 3 quasi-emperor powerhouses. Haha! The Sky Spider Clan Spider Flying Doe, Spider Flying Land, and Spider Flying Master, the 3 quasi-emperor ancestors, have also come out of the mountain. The creatures of the Sky Spider clan were in high spirits, changing their fearful expression just now. Kill me, the Sky Spider clan, die. The 3 terrifying figures on the high mountain looked at Changge in the void and said coldly. Haha! Human race, have you been scared to pee by now? Even if you are strong, what will happen? Do you know how deep the foundation of my Demon Spirit Lake is? Have you seen these 7 quasi-emperor ancestors? Even if you insert your wings today, it's hard to escape. Surrender obediently and kneel down. A creature from the demon spirit lake looked at its own 7 ancestors preparing for their ancestors, and in an instant, its body stiffened again. Noisy. Puff. Changge gave a glance. That little brat, like a fly, turned into blood mist. Moment, this world is clean now. Bold. Bold. How dare you? Angry roars emanated from the mouth of the 7 terrifying figures. Crocodile waves. Tears of the divine crocodile. Heaven and earth are destroyed. Sky spider divine silk. A web of heaven and earth. Terrifying attacks emanated from their hands, and cracks appeared in the surrounding space. These attacks all headed towards Changge. Just as these terrifying attacks were about to strike Changge, Changge extended his right hand and gently grasped it in front of him. The entire space seems to be in its hands. All 7 attacks fell into his palm. Break it. Bang. 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 In an instant. 7 attacks were easily crushed by it. His palm, not to mention being injured, has no scratches at all. It shows the strength of its physical body. Hush. Impossible. How could it be? How could he be so strong? The 7 quasi-emperor ancestors of the demon spirit lake all revealed incredible expressions. Their attacks from the 7 of them didn't even harm a single hair of this person. At this moment, the 7 demon spirit lake emperor Zhuanzu stared solemnly at Changge across from him, who was calm and serene. Even the quasi-emperor of the human race, who specializes in physical cultivation, could not face the attacks of the 7 of them so easily. Is he not a quasi-emperor, but an unparalleled emperor? Hush. They all looked at each other and saw the terror in their respective eyes. The great emperor. Overcoming the current existence. One emperor's name can shake the heavens, one breath can suppress the heavenly palace, and a drop of essence and blood can kill countless gods and demons. Grandfather, don't leave your hands, let this human race reach the power of our demon lake. That's right. Master, take this human race and let him taste the 108 torture specifically targeted at the human race in our demon spirit lake. Ancestor, don't kill him easily. Make sure he repays the torture of the demon spirit lake and then puts his head outside the demon spirit lake to intimidate the human race. Hurry up. Master, take action. A group of creatures from the demon spirit lake watched as the quasi-emperor in the void hesitated to take action. They all shouted and urged. At this moment, the 7 demon spirit lake ancestors have the heart to kill those people. Nima. When has it been? Adding fuel and vinegar there. My ancestor's life is almost gone. This Nima is an unparalleled human emperor. How dare you ask him to compensate us for the 108 tortures in the demon spirit lake? At this moment, under the annotation of Changge, they remained motionless. Waves of terrifying imperial power directly suppressed them in the void. In their horrified eyes, I saw Changge slowly raising his right hand across from me. Speak lightly. If the demon spirit lake is at your level, it would really disappoint me. Boom. The endless spiritual energy of heaven and earth converges towards Changge Singer. Instantly condensed into a huge handprint. Grasp the 7 demon spirit lake ancestors tightly in your hands. No matter how hard they struggle, they cannot break free. At this point, they 7 completely felt the breath of death. No. No. Crocodile ancestor, help. Spider ancestor, save us. Spider ancestor. Boom. Boom. 2 earth-shattering breaths erupted again in the depths of the demon spirit lake. Under these 2 breaths, the entire world seemed to tremble, and the countless stars seemed to dim. Changge felt the terrifying aura emanating from the depths of the demon spirit lake. A faint smile appeared at the corner of the mouth. This looks like a penalty area. This statement fell in the ears of the 7 demon spirit lake quasi-emperors. Shocked, they almost lost control of their urine. Crocodile ancestor and spider ancestor are just like something in this person's eyes. How strong is this clan really? Human race, you have crossed the line. Let them go. Otherwise you won't be able to leave the demon lake. 2 bell-like sounds came from the depths of the demon spirit lake. Cross the line. Let them go. Changge sneered and then said with firm eyes. Our human race is the protagonist of the world today. Under the sky, all the land and shores are within our human race's territory. How could we say that we have crossed the border? These 7 beasts are covered in the blood of our human race. If we let them go, how can we live up to the heroic spirits of our billions of human race who have died? Go to hell. Bang. 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 Changge gave a firm grip. 7 gorgeous bloody fireworks were added to the void once again. 7 demon spirit lakes, Emperor Xuanzu, has fallen. You. Roar. In the depths of the demon spirit lake, a huge creature rose up from the sky, and the sky was shaken. 2 huge blood eyes the size of 2 houses, like 2 blood moons in the darkness. The massive body seemed to be able to crush the endless ancient mountain with a gentle movement, and its aura was terrifying to the extreme. This is a divine crocodile. A true crocodile. There is a faint divine aura emanating from the body. This is the ancestor of the demon spirit lake god crocodile clan, the crocodile ancestor. Rumor has it that the crocodile ancestor is a descendant of gods. At the same time, the crocodile ancestor is also a supreme figure in the demon spirit lake. The supreme is the strongest of emperors such as the great emperor and the ancient emperor. In order to avoid the 5 weakness of heaven and man during their critical moments of life, they have self-inflicted a sword and relied on devouring the living beings to prolong their lives. Their strength is far stronger than that of the quasi-emperor. Some supreme beings are not even weaker than the current emperor. I saw that its entire body was cast like black gold, emitting a faint black luster. Wuzhensen felt like a demon from hell. The million-day sword on its back charged straight into the sky, with a clanging and powerful force. It was like crocodile scales, clanging and clanging. Amidst the metallic tremolo, a pair of black and gold armor was worn on the divine crocodile, who transformed into a middle-aged man standing 2 meters tall and descended. He was like a demon god, wrapped in a strip of black mist, walking step by step towards Changge. Its gaze was extremely malicious, staring at Changge like a ghost. Human race. You're great. Boom. Following closely behind the crocodile ancestor. A terrifying aura of strength and crocodile ancestor erupted once again in the depths of the demon spirit lake. A figure blocking the sky and sun appeared, that was the ancestor of the sky spider clan, another supreme figure of the demon spirit lake, the spider ancestor. 16 huge spider legs are like pillars of the sky, penetrating the sky and the earth. The entire body also emitted a faint black luster, with waves of chilly light emerging. In front of it, there seemed to be an endless interplay of stars, shining with silver runes. Upon closer inspection, it turned out to be a big web. Who? The big web instantly covered the spider's body, and spider ancestor transformed into a seductive and promiscuous woman dressed in revealing clothes. A pair of thin and long thighs, exposed to the outside, can easily evoke infinite imagination. Full of a charming aura, she landed beside the crocodile ancestor. A pair of seductive eyes stared fixedly at Changge, and his crimson tongue licked his lips. Spider ancestor, for infringement, please contact to delete, a little surprised, he said. What a handsome human race. Little brother, do you want to stay with your sister tonight? Nima. Seduce me. Stay with you, and you'll have to swallow it into your body. Changge looked at Spider Ancestor, who had turned into a promiscuous woman, and felt a wave of nausea in his heart. From what Spider Ancestor looks like, with her human face and spider heart, one can tell that her body must have devoured countless male creatures. Look at the Crocodile Ancestor and Spider Ancestor across from each other. Changge suddenly thought of the strongest combo in LOL. Don't say it, it's really a bit similar. Human race, invade my demon lake, kill my descendants. Blood debt and blood repayment. You will undoubtedly die today. The Crocodile Ancestor's stern gaze fixed on Changge, as if not looking at the same existence, but rather at his own food, and a cold voice came out. Chapter 5. Forbidden Areas. Just a tripod. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Offending you on the Demon Lake. Kill your offspring. Blood debt and blood compensation. Must die. Changge's voice became increasingly cold as he listened to the words of the Crocodile Ancestor. Are you still killing my human race in the Demon Spirit Lake? Treat my human race as blood food and livestock in captivity. How to repay this blood debt? Today, I, Changge, hereby announce that your Demon Spirit Lake will be destroyed. Boom. The words have just finished. The breath on Changge's body soared in a straight line. Originally just the aura of the early days of the Great Emperor, it instantly transformed into the early days of the Immortal Emperor. An immortal aura emanated from Changge. In the eyes of the Crocodile Ancestor and the Spider Ancestor, Changge in front of me is filled with infinite terror. With a majestic body and hair hanging down like a waterfall. Strands of light intertwined around it, evolving the philosophy of the heavenly way on their own. Changge's figure was constantly changing in their eyes. It's like transforming into an immortal dragon, wanting to break through this sky. It seems like an ancient immortal vein, nurturing endless creation. It's better to transform into an supreme deity, solemn and sacred. They even felt the immense power on Changge, feeling that with just a gentle flick of his finger, he could break through this world. This terrifying aura directly surprised the two supreme beings, the Crocodile Ancestor and the Spider Ancestor, to an unparalleled extent. The sexy and charming little mouth of Spider Ancestor was even wider, as if it could fit into two sausages. This impossible. How could it be? This is the Immortal Emperor. How could the human race still have an Immortal Emperor? Aren't they all summoned to the starry battlefield? How come another Immortal Emperor has emerged? Just as Crocodile Ancestor and Spider Ancestor were horrified. Amidst the terrifying forbidden areas of the ancient continent. An ancient terrifying existence was also awakened from its slumber by this breath. He opened his deep and timeless eyes in unison. Spanning thousands of miles, looking towards the direction of the Demon Lake. Emit waves of amazement. What a powerful blood food. What a vibrant blood. I really want to swallow him. What a pity. Let him live a few more years before it's time for us and the other 10,000 tribes to agree on his birth. That terrifying ancient existence once again took a look at the two supreme beings of the Demon Spirit Lake. Slightly angry, he said. As for the Demon Spirit Lake. Humph. A place that has just become a forbidden area for hundreds of thousands of years, it refuses to listen to advice and insists on frequently devouring the human race. I really don't know what to do. Isn't it so simple that the human race can resist thousands of races with the power of one race? Let this Demon Spirit Lake test the depth of the human race today. Who? That terrifying ancient existence once again fell into a deep sleep. At this point, countless powerful human beings rushing towards the direction of the Demon Spirit Lake in Zhongzhou were also shocked by this breathtaking aura. Everyone stopped and looked towards the direction of the Demon Spirit Lake. They seemed to see a towering figure standing in the void, majestic, spreading across the sky. The rolling breath turned into wolf smoke and rushed into the clouds. Under this figure, billions of stars are all dim and lifeless. Under this breath, white clouds shattered into pieces, and the sky became washed like blue. Emperor. You are truly the emperor of our human race. We kneel before the great emperor. May the great emperor live endlessly and immortal. For a while, countless powerful human beings knelt down in the direction of the demon spirit lake. Hurry up. All the spirit stones are thrown into the battleship formation, unleash all your power. Follow me quickly to support the emperor. Order from the Holy Master. All disciples near the demon spirit lake, hurry to the demon spirit lake and support our human race emperor. Today, we will follow the footsteps of the great emperor and collapse the demon lake. After a holy lord knelt down, he quickly issued a series of orders. Other holy sites and royal families have also issued similar orders. Boom boom. Boom boom. Thousands of ancient warships are sailing at lightning speed towards the demon lake. At this point, over the demon spirit lake, after being shocked, the crocodile ancestor stared at Changge in front of him. Keep shouting in your heart. Fake. Fake. It must be fake. It must be an illusion. The human race cannot have an immortal emperor. Roar. I don't believe it. The crocodile ancestor let out a loud roar, shaking countless stars. A terrifying aura emanated from all over. Like a demon god, rushing towards Changge. Its figure seems to cross space, just a few miles away in the blink of an eye. Crocodile ancestor's claw. The crocodile ancestor's large hands once again turned into huge crocodile claws, instantly covering layers of terrifying scales. Under this claw, cracks appeared in the surrounding space. The terrifying power of this claw is evident. Seeing crocodile claws about to attack before my eyes, Changge gave a contemptuous smile. With a slight tremble of 46 trillion cells, a terrifying force erupted from within its body. Pai li pa. Changge's body emitted light sounds. It seems that space cannot withstand this force. Dragon Elephant Town Prison. Changge threw a punch. Boom. The crocodile ancestor was directly blasted out thousands of miles away, shattering dozens of mountain peaks. My entire body was buried in the ruins. This punch will first charge some interest for my deceased master. The spider ancestor's mouth on the side has grown even larger. Mighty as the crocodile ancestor, he didn't even take a punch from the human race in front of him. Is this really an immortal emperor? Spider ancestor's eyes were filled with an incredible expression. Roar. A loud roar emanated from the ruins. Boom. The crocodile ancestor flew out of the ruins and instantly came across from Changge. Looking at Changge with a resentful expression in his eyes. Human race. Even if you are the immortal emperor, our ancestors will slaughter you today. Crocodile god armor. The crocodile ancestor shouted loudly. The black and gold armor on his body emitted a divine radiance. A boundless and majestic figure emerged behind it. Spiritual breath emanated from it. This breath reaches up to the sky and down to the underworld, surging between heaven and earth. The entire Zhongzhou felt this majestic aura. Hiss. This aura, that's crocodile god armor. Is that figure the crocodile god? The legend is actually true. The divine crocodile clan has truly produced a deity. Legend has it that this crocodile armor is the remains of that deity. For a while, countless creatures in Zhongzhou were shocked. After the shock, some were worried and some were pleasantly surprised. The concern is naturally the human race, fearing that the great emperor will be defeated by this crocodile god armor. Surprisingly, there are countless tribes from all over the world, and the emperor of the human race is not invincible. Hurry up. Hurry up and invite the ancient imperial soldiers of the imperial family. Give the Emperor a helping hand. Report to our ancestors, please send out our clan's imperial soldiers. Borrow the Emperor's help. I don't have imperial soldiers in my holy land, but I have 2 quasi-imperial soldiers. I'm willing to borrow them from the Emperor. Seeing the demonic lake sacrificed the remains of a deity, the breath of a deity erupted. Countless strong members of the human race rushing to the demon spirit lake have been spreading messages to their families and holy sites. Oh! Crocodile God! They have been dead for countless years, just a shell. At a glance, Changge could tell the reality of the crocodile god armor in front of him. A faint smile. Is this your final heritage? So, today is your deadline. If he were just the great emperor, perhaps it would be a bit troublesome. But now he is the immortal emperor, and even if the crocodile god visits, he is not afraid. Upon hearing Changge's words, the crocodile ancestor couldn't help but let out a thud in his heart. Turn your head to look at the ancestor of the Sky Spider clan on one side. Shouted loudly. Spring 13 Youngs. What are you looking at? Let's go together. Kill him. Let's share the fruits of this human race's great emperor together. Humph. Do I need you to teach me how to do things? Spider ancestor Chun's 13 sisters let out a cold snort, dissatisfied with the crocodile ancestor's scolding. But she also knows the strength of the human race in front of her. She and the other 2 are only the supreme beings who have cut themselves in the realm of the immortal emperor, which is quite different from those who have cut themselves in the realm of the immortal emperor. If we hadn't teamed up with the crocodile ancestor at this time, it's unlikely that the demon spirit lake would have been expelled today. 1,000 spider webs. Spider ancestor Spring's 13th mother spat out a brilliant big web from her mouth, and the entire world lit up with silver runes, densely packed. It seems that there are endless galaxies intertwined together, forming a sky net that envelopes Changge. Seeing Changge shrouded in a myriad of spider webs, the crocodile ancestor burst out laughing. Haha! Human race, no matter how strong you are, even if you fall into the web of countless spiders, you will find it difficult to escape. Today, our crocodile ancestor will regain the glory of our ancestors, the great emperor of the human slaughter tribe, and establish the supreme demon power of the demon spirit lake. The crocodile god armor on the crocodile ancestor also emitted a clanging sound, as if the crocodile god's molting was responding to the crocodile ancestor. What a big joke. A tattered armor and a riddled net, dare you say you have taken down this emperor? Changge looked at the arrogant crocodile ancestor with a disdainful expression on his face. All right. Since this is your final heritage, then everything should come to an end. What a disappointment. Is that all you have? You also deserve to be called a restricted area in the demon spirit lake. It's just a tripod. Changge's words have just finished. A majestic and ancient cauldron, emitting the power of a panicked emperor, appeared above the demon spirit lake. Covering the entire demon lake. The flowers, birds, fish, and insects carved on the giant cauldron seem to have been resurrected, as if they have their own lives, making the cauldron thicker and more solid. For a while, the myriad paths resound together, and the heavens tremble. This is exactly the system reward that Changge has received, the ultimate Dao Emperor's weapon, the Mother Chi cauldron of all things. I saw strands of dark yellow gas falling from the cauldron of all things. These strands of dark yellow gas give people a sense of atmosphere, heaviness, and antiquity, with the potential to press down on the mountains and rivers of heaven and earth. Boom boom. Boom boom. Under these strands of dark yellow gas, the ancient temples of the demon spirit lake began to collapse, and the huge mountains began to crumble, all turning into powder. Countless creatures in the demon spirit lake were suppressed and unable to move. One was suppressed by the Wanjun mountains, emitting a mournful scream, and then all turned into flesh and mud. It seems that these wisps of dark yellow gas are heavier than Mount Taishan mountain and can be borne by non-human beings. Wisps of dark yellow gas fell onto the spider ancestor's imperial tool, the spider web. The spider web suddenly made a series of shattering sounds, enveloping Changge. All the spider webs were broken, and then completely dissipated into the void. Puff. My mother's spider web. Hello, heartless person. I'm going to kill you. Spider Ancestor Spring's 13 mothers let out a mournful cry. Just as I was about to take action, I heard the crocodile ancestor's exclamation of surprise. This dark yellow gas is. The dark yellow gas. This is the Beidou Emperor's weapon, the Mother Qi Cauldron of all things. Impossible. Emperor Yi has been disappearing for countless trillions of years. How could his Extreme Dao Emperor soldiers still exist in the world? Who are you? Who the hell are you? The crocodile ancestor let out a terrifying roar. Chapter 6. Forbidden Area of Demon Spirit Lake, exited from the ancient world. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The crocodile ancestor was stunned. He really can't understand everything in front of him. That's the Mother Qi Cauldron of all things. At the end of the imperial artifact, who is the most respected? Every time I see the immortal cauldron, I bow my head. The Extreme Dao Emperor's soldiers of Emperor Yi Tian are rumored to have been promoted to immortal weapons. But that was all trillions of years ago. How could it still appear in the world? Changge has a cauldron of maternal energy above her head, and her body is bathed in the dark yellow energy. He said with a somewhat desolate expression. Who am I? I'm just an unfilial disciple who hasn't avenged my master for 10 years. Today is the day when I avenge my master. Let us all die. Avenge your master. Who is your master? The crocodile ancestor said with a puzzled expression on his face. His mind also began to ponder when he had provoked such a terrifying existence. This person has been claiming revenge for their master from the beginning. With such a strong disciple, his master must not be an unknown person. But even if the crocodile ancestor wanted to break his mind, he couldn't remember when he had fought against such a strong person. Even if the demon spirit lake causes turmoil, it rarely directly goes to war with the imperial clan, Holy Land, or ancient imperial clan. After all, the turmoil in the demon spirit lake is meant to devour the common people and improve oneself, not to seek death. Changge was bathed in the dark yellow aura, looking towards the direction of the Eternal Sect. With a respectful expression on his face, he said. My master is the supreme powerhouse who shakes the heavens and all realms, with a vast expanse of sky above his head, and steps on the 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies, exerting great power over the vastness of the universe. Changge's words directly shocked them. It should be such a terrifying existence. The crocodile ancestor couldn't help but start recalling in his mind. Could it be the elderly emperor who was revered as the Flying Blade Emperor by the human race when he beheaded himself as the Supreme One for 10,000 years? Or perhaps during his reign as the Supreme 20,000 years old, the legendary Gun Emperor who suffered heavy damage and was devoured by him in the ancient Forbidden Valley of the Dead? Even Spider Ancestor began to recall. Is it the Hehuan Emperor who was enchanted by her beauty and ultimately swallowed into his body by her? However, Changge's next sentence directly hit them. And almost killed them by lightning. My master is also a charming man, known as the assassin of ancient girls and the savior of widows. He is coveted by countless beautiful girls, unable to stop and unattainable. He is also known as the Jade-Faced Flying Dragon, by Lu Yuzhen, the ancient sect of the Eastern Wilderness and Wilderness Sect. Lying trough. Crocodile Ancestor and Spider Ancestor felt as if 10,000 grass mud horses were galloping in their hearts. I almost didn't come up in one breath, I was so angry. Donghuang. Wilderness State. The Eternal Sect. Lu Yuzhen. Nima. What the hell? As is well known, Donghuang is the weakest region in the entire desolate continent, without even a holy land. Not to mention the desolate state that has never heard of anything. This vastGu sect is definitely a small sect in some corner. Sure enough. Changge's next words confirmed their hypothesis. Changge continued in a cold voice. But 10 years ago, during the turmoil in the restricted area of the demon spirit lake, he was directly bombed to pieces by your air machine. Nima. Did a gas engine explode into slag? How weak that should be. I guess not even a saint. The crocodile ancestor and the spider ancestor were speechless in their hearts. You said you're not even a saint, why come out and run around? It's okay to run around recklessly, but they were still bombarded with debris by one of their gas engines. Even if it's a complete mess, there's actually a disciple with such strong strength. It's really going out to be wild, disaster is coming from the sky. Finally. Changge let out a loud roar. The enmity of killing a master is irreconcilable. Today, our emperor announces. Demon Spirit Lake, expelled from the wilderness. Boom. Changge said it. The aura of the Immortal Emperor was fully released, and he exerted all his strength to activate the Mother Chi Cauldron above his head. The terrifying dark yellow aura slopes down like a divine waterfall. Magic formation. Get up. Crocodile Ancestor and Spider Ancestor teamed up to activate the Great Emperor formation of Demon Spirit Lake. Terror filled the air. However, all of this is in vain. The dark yellow air like a waterfall is heavier than Mount Tai. Destroying everything in front of it with the overwhelming force of Mount Tai. Boom boom. Boom boom. It's just a moment. The entire demon lake no longer exists. Temples, giant mountains, creatures, magic lakes all disappeared, leaving only a bottomless pit. As expected, I followed Changge's words. Forbidden area. Just a tripod. You. The crocodile ancestor and the spider ancestor were filled with anger in their hearts. But there is no other choice. Now under the suppression of the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things. They are also in a precarious situation. The crocodile ancestor possesses the crocodile god armor, which is slightly better. But spider ancestor is in dire straits. When the spider web of the imperial weapon was broken, it was already injured. At this time, under the suppression of the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things, it is even more unbearable and directly transforms into its essence. A sky spider as big as a mountain, crawling on the ground, emitting a terrifying aura. However, as the endless dark yellow aura descended, its aura gradually began to wither. The crocodile god armor on the crocodile ancestor emitted a clanging sound. It's like a deity awakening. The crocodile ancestor infused his entire body of cultivation into the crocodile god armor. The crocodile god armor suddenly shook with divine light, and there was a faint trend of breaking free from the suppression of the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things. This greatly boosted the confidence of the crocodile ancestor. It looked at Changge with resentment and let out a loud shout. I am the ancestor of the divine crocodile clan, with the gift of heavenly zone. At the age of 100, I became a saint and emperor, and at the age of 30,000 in the realm of the great emperor, I beheaded myself with a sword and became supreme. I have lived for 10,000 years. Who can kill me? Who dares to kill me? Who can kill you? Changge gave a disdainful smile. Just a shell that has been broken for an unknown number of years, still thinking it's a true divine revival. Today, Changge killed you. Say it. Changge flew up and grabbed the tripod foot of the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things. Her body trembled with waves of 46 trillion cells. Waves of immortal dragon elephant power erupted from within. Throw the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things towards the crocodile ancestor with force. Boom boom. Boom boom. Wherever the Mother Chi Cauldron passes, the space collapses in waves. A powerful force cannot even withstand space. Crocodile god armor, fully recover. The crocodile ancestor felt the terrifying power of the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things. Fully activate the crocodile armor on your body. The terrifying divine power erupted from it. Boom! The Mother Chi Cauldron of all things is arriving in an instant. No. Ah. I won't die. The crocodile god armor on the crocodile ancestor only resisted for a moment before it cracked inch by inch and turned into fragments, dissipating into the void. Human race, even if you kill me, you won't be able to survive until the dark turmoil of all our races arrives. My ancestor is waiting for you in hell. The crocodile ancestor cursed with resentment. Ha! Dark turmoil. I'll just suppress it together. Changge said disdainfully. Ha ha ha. You are so ignorant and fearless, suppressing the dark turmoil. Do you know that compared to the tide of dark turmoil, the chaos in our restricted area is not even a small wave? The crocodile ancestor emitted a crazy mockery. Watching the suppressed Mother Chi Cauldron descend, it began to tempt Changge. If you let me go, I will ask my elders in the clan to save your life when we wait for the dark turmoil of the 10,000 tribes to come. Humph. Let you go. It's wishful thinking. What about the dark turmoil? I don't believe I can suppress it. Changge doesn't want to listen to crocodile ancestors' nonsense anymore. Directly landing on the Mother Chi Cauldron of all things, he stepped down towards the ancestors of crocodile and spider. You. The crocodile ancestor let out a daring roar and disappeared completely. Bang! Bang! Crocodile ancestors and spider ancestors were directly turned into meat paste, and their blood and meat essence was gradually absorbed by the mother of all things Qi Ding. So far. Crocodile ancestor and spider ancestor fall. Magic Lake. Abandoned from ancient times. This cauldron is 10 years late. Looking at the abyss in front of me. Changge couldn't help but sigh. Who in the world can avoid death? Who can be immortal? No matter how magnificent you are, you will crown the world with beauty, and in the end, you will also be a red powder skeleton. No matter how proud you are, sitting on thousands of miles of land will eventually turn into a pile of loss. Mighty as the forbidden area of the magic lake, it is ultimately just a deep pit. Who? Feeling that countless human races were coming here, Changge quickly flashed away. He doesn't want to be seen as a giant panda in the crowd. This. Where is the demon spirit lake? When countless human cultivators feel the magic lake. They were all shocked by the scene before them. I saw only a deep abyss left in the original location of the demon spirit lake. The magic lake has disappeared. The restricted area of demon spirit lake has been destroyed. I don't know who shouted that sentence. Instantly fried among the human cultivators. It was really destroyed. The magic lake has been destroyed. The heavens have eyes, and the evil demon lake has finally been destroyed. The residual aura of the human race emperor in the air is really my human race emperor. I just don't know which emperor it is. Kneel down and thank me, the great emperor of the human race. Kneel down to Emperor Xie. For a while. Countless human cultivators were all excited, and the demon lake was destroyed. The human race was fortunate. Some even knelt directly to the ground and began to worship the emperor. Suddenly, cries came one after another. Master! The demon spirit lake has been destroyed, and your revenge has finally been avenged. Woo-woo. Changge. Sleeping slot. Who? Surprisingly dare to steal the lines of this emperor. Oh my god. The sky-slaying demon lake has finally been avenged. The enemy who killed you has finally died. To celebrate the destruction of the demon lake, my father is planning to find a second mother for you and give birth to a second brother for you. It won't make our family burn off the incense. Second younger brother, third younger brother, fourth younger brother, fifth younger brother. You can rest in peace. The forbidden area of the demon spirit lake that killed you has been destroyed by our emperor. Countless people who have been devoured by the demon spirit lake, including their masters and loved ones, have begun to worship and comfort their spirits in heaven. Pai Li Pa. A burst of firecrackers sounded. Today, the restricted area of the demon spirit lake has been destroyed, and the human race is celebrating. The head of our family announced that all disciples' cultivation resources have increased tenfold. A proud homeowner announced a major news. To celebrate the destruction of the forbidden area of the demon spirit lake by the human emperor, today our Fantasy Sound Workshop has released a wave of rewards and benefits for our loyal customers. All women are free to the public. Welcome everyone. A seductive beauty licked her sexy lips and seductively said to the people around her. Wow! Wow! In the blink of an eye. Half of the male cultivators were missing on sight. Bah! Men are all lower body animals. A resentful woman looked at the disappearing men and muttered to herself. The leader of our sect, the Hehuan sect, hereby announces today that the Hehuan sect will be open to the public for 1 month, and everyone can come in to exchange ideas, regardless of gender or frequency. The head of the Hehuan sect, dressed in pink and black, announced another heavyweight news while holding his orchid finger. What? Whoosh! Whoosh! On site, not only were there fewer males, but also more than half of the females. Take a look and see if there are any remaining natural resources and treasures. Yes. Yes. There are no natural resources or treasures, and the soil here is also precious. Dig it for me, disciples. Don't let go of the soil from 30,000 miles around. Collect all those crocodile feces, they are all spiritual feces that can be used to refine pills. And the spider silk, they are all spiritual silk that can be used to refine spiritual clothing. The disciples. The old man turned around and saw that none of the disciples were left. Watching them run towards the direction of Huanin Fang and Hehuan sect. The old man sighed inwardly. Still too young to withstand temptation. Chapter 7. Black Section Entangled Youth. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Just as countless human cultivators knelt down to thank Changge, the great emperor, for destroying the demon spirit lake. What is our protagonist Changge doing? I saw Changge sitting cross-legged on a cotton candy-like white cloud, with his right hand clenched against his brow. As if lost in a state of contemplation, drifting with the rolling clouds outside the sky. A poem titled White Clouds is brewing in my heart. Looking at the white clouds from a distance, looking at the big white clouds up close. The white clouds are really big. Actually. Changge may seem carefree, but the words spoken by the crocodile ancestor before his death are echoing in his mind. The forbidden zone of life is just an inconspicuous wave in the true tide of dark turmoil. Forbidden area. An inconspicuous wave. This left him amazed in his heart. Powerful as a forbidden zone of life, it is just an inconspicuous wave. How terrifying should true dark turmoil be? It seemed to feel the fear in Changge's heart, and the mother chi cauldron of all things in his mind trembled lightly, emitting a powerful aura. As if saying, as the owner of the immortal cauldron, how can one fear only the darkness and turmoil? In an instant. Changge's heart is settled. What about dark turmoil? No matter how terrifying it is, I will destroy it with my own cauldron. Changge instantly felt relieved. At this moment, the mechanical teasing sound of the system echoed in Changge's mind. Ding! Don't try to pretend to be calm, the host. This system knows you're in a panic. Sleeping slot. Changge cursed inwardly. Can't I pretend to be 13? Then, in my mind, I retook the system. Don't you know how to hit someone but not face them, expose someone but not expose their shortcomings? Speak up. How can we compensate our host? System. Horizontal slot. Are you so shameless? Surprisingly, compensation is needed. Ding. Host, please rest assured. While the host is thinking, this system has automatically upgraded to the Eternal Immortal Sect system. As long as the host recruits disciples and develops the Eternal Immortal Sect into a majestic Eternal Immortal Sect, they can receive system rewards. The system rewards include cultivation methods, divine objects, artifacts, spirit stones, summoning cards, sect building cards, umbrellas, pills, and more. There are only things that the host cannot think of, and nothing that the host cannot see. Lying trough. Tube cow. Surprisingly, it automatically upgraded. Thoughtful, don't forget to drip. Recruiting disciples and receiving rewards. Cultivation, techniques, spiritual stones, elixirs mist grass. Developed. Wait. What is that little umbrella? Just as Changge was preparing to inquire about more detailed functions of the system, a sound of fighting echoed in his ears from the desolate mountains and forests below. I can only see below in the ancient forest. A young man wearing black short sleeves was standing there, with thick circles of black satin wrapped around his eyes, tightly blocking all the light. Black section wrapped his eyes, left hand divine sword, right hand long spear, killing in all directions. Changge was stunned by this scene. This young man, is it blind monk in Kos or Lin Chia? Changge couldn't help but smirk. Hurry up and recruit disciples. Strengthening one's strength is the hard truth. Ding. A disciple with average talent but great perseverance has been detected. Please include him in the sect, host. So coincidental. Did you just meet a disciple? Change's heart twitched, feeling a bit incredulous. Why is it so coincidental? System. Serving the host is our system's duty. And the scene before me is also not right. Changge looked at the young man who was killing in all directions. I can't help but wonder in my heart. Shouldn't the young man be on the brink of death, while he falls from the sky and is accepted as his disciple? How should he accept his apprentices now? Is it like his master, constantly deceiving and deceiving? At this point, in the desolate ancient forest below, 10 cultivators dressed in black were covered in blood. He is being chased by the boy who is haunted by the black section. Although the young man was black and eye-catching, he exuded a murderous aura that was earth-shattering. How could he still be so powerful? My eyes have been gouged out, and I have been chased by us for a whole 3 months without sleeping. How could I still be so fierce? How many cards does he have left? Why can't you just kill me? 10 people were like stray dogs, frantically running away in panic. Although the young man with the black section was invisible, it seemed as if he could know their escape route. A leap appeared directly in front of 10 people. There is no emotion on the cold face. The dripping spear pointed straight at the 10 people across from him. Is it interesting to chase me for 3 months? 10 people looked at the young man in front of them in terror, not understanding why the more they chased after him, the more fierce he became. Young Master Yi, spare your life. We have no choice but to do so. We all follow orders. Please, sir, have a lot of money and treat me like a fart. 10 people kept begging for mercy, kneeling on the ground and kowtowing and admitting their mistakes. However, the young man didn't know, but these 10 people seemed to be begging for mercy, but in reality, they looked at him with a fierce expression on their faces. One of them, a one-eyed dragon resembling a boss, looked at the 9 people behind him and whispered. If we can't kill him, our Guangzhou 10 Tigers' lifelong reputation will be destroyed in an instant. Today, he must die. Old 8, Old 9, Old 10, in a moment, you 3 will stop him from the front, and we will take a detour to attack from behind. Lying trough. Why didn't you resist from the front? The three of us went behind to launch a surprise attack. At this moment, 10,000 grass mud horses were galloping in the hearts of the old 8 and 3 people who were stopped. At this moment, young Master Yi seems to be possessed by a killing god. The god blocks the killing god, and the Buddha blocks the killing Buddha. Who can stop them? It's obvious. Whoever goes to intercept head-on now must go to die. Let the three of them confront each other head-on, which indicates that they have been abandoned by the boss. But they dare not disobey the boss's orders. Because they are well aware of the ruthlessness of the boss's methods. They would rather die than fall into the hands of the boss. Young Master Yi. For the sake of serving you before, please spare us. Yeah. Young Master Yi, all of these are orders from young Master Shi Yi. As servants, we dare not disobey them. Exactly. Young Master Shi Yi has now been granted the title of the God of the Stone Clan. How dare we disobey his orders? We are also forced to do so. 3 of the 10 black-clothed men crawled up to the black-eyed boy, crying and begging incessantly. Humph. Are you also forced to do so? The young man with black eyes let out a cold snort, and a cold voice came. Under duress, how could you still commit heinous acts such as raping women while pursuing me? How could you, who had no other choice but to pursue me, still kill and steal goods on the way? As a last resort, you guys were still on the way to pursue me and prostituted a girl without paying. How could you, as a last resort, still trample on the farmer's estate while pursuing me? As a last resort, you even dug out a bird's nest while chasing me. What a last resort. Today, we must not let you go. Death. The black-eyed boy had just raised his spear and was about to stab the 3 people under his feet. Suddenly. The 3 people under his feet suddenly became difficult. Go to hell. 3 venomous needles flickering with light pierced towards the eyebrows of the black-eyed boy. Bang. 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 Although the boy with black eyes can't see, his hand movements are not slow. I saw his left divine sword swung 3 times in a row, directly flying out 3 poisonous needles. Subsequently, a voice without any emotion emanated. You are indeed stubborn and unchanging. Kill. Puff. 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 The young man with a black section twisted his eyes and lightning struck 3 shots in a row. Before the 3 of them could react, they had already poked a hole in each of their chests, and the 3 of them went northwest in hatred. Not good. The young man with a black section wrapped around his eyes exclaimed in surprise. Haha. It's too late. The remaining 7 black-clothed men have already circled behind the black-eyed boy and launched a crazy attack. Bang. 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 Although the young man is powerful, his eyes are already blind, and relying solely on perception still slows him down. Seized the opportunity by 7 people, they suppressed it and fought. Attack after attack towards the black-eyed boy. Not long. The black section wrapped around the eyes of the young man, with dozens of wounds added to his body, making him look like a bloody person. Bang. Puff. The 7 of them struck fiercely again, and the black-eyed boy was directly thrown out several meters away. A mouthful of fresh blood spurted out. The breath instantly withered away. Not good. The efficacy period of the explosive pill has passed. Cough. The black-eyed boy coughed for a while, then leaned on a long gun and half knelt on the ground. The efficacy of the explosive pill came to mind. Explosive pill, level 5 pill, is a pill that stimulates the potential of the human body and can instantly elevate a realm for 1 hour. Aren't you very good at playing? Aren't you very crazy? Master Shi Yi, aren't you the ultimate genius of the Shi family? Why can't you? Ha ha ha. Being able to kill a genius is truly a great blessing in life. My Wang Laowu's big knife is already starving and thirsty. Ha ha ha. The 7 people in black laughed wildly when they saw that they had finally taken down the black section of the eye-catching boy. Our reputation of Guangzhou 10 tigers has been preserved. Haha. He finally can't do it. The 7 people in black had cold eyes and walked step by step towards the young man with black eyes. Is this kind of script right? Changge couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief when he saw this scene. It's his turn. Chapter 8 Epic Heavenly Pride. Double Eyes Stone E. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. 7 people in black walked up to the young man in black, staring coldly at him. At this point, one of the black-clad men holding a large knife took the lead and walked out. He looked at the young man in front of him with extremely resentful eyes and spoke in a slightly sharp voice. My young master Shi Yi, do you still remember me, Wang Laowu? Isn't Wang Laowu exposing his body to a stone maid? You will punish me with palace punishment. Confiscate my tools for committing the crime. Today I also want you to taste the pain of losing your baby. No. I will cut off all your 5 limbs and make you into a human being. It will make your life worse than death. Jie. Wang Laowu looked at Shi Yi, who was seriously injured and kneeling on the ground, and burst out laughing wildly. My Wang Laowu's big knife has been starving and thirsty for a long time. Feeling closer and closer to himself, Wang Laowu. Shi Yi's expression couldn't help but darken. After taking the explosive pill, he has reached the point of running out of oil and running out of light. It seems that he will definitely die today. Not to mention that this ancient forest is desolate and uninhabited, and no one can save him. Even if someone comes and hears about the Stone Clan in Zhongzhou, he probably wouldn't dare to intervene anymore. After all, the Zhongzhou Stone Clan is an ancient imperial family that has been passed down from ancient times. Who dares to provoke? Unfortunately, we cannot cut our enemies with our hands. If Shi Yi is allowed to overcome this calamity, he will surely break through the imperial family and overturn the towering heavenly palace. Tell them that their choice is wrong. His double pupils are invincible. Shi Yi secretly swore in his heart. But there's no if. But even if you die, Shi Yi cannot die in the hands of these ants either. His fate is determined by him, not by heaven. Shi Yiming stood up. His arrogance, which belonged to the pinnacle of genius, did not allow him to kneel and die. Shi Yi's move startled Wang Laowu, thinking he had been resurrected again, and he immediately retreated 3 miles away. Trembling, he said. You. Don't come over. Even the one-eyed dragon in the distance instantly became tense. I'll make a big jerk. He stood up again. Did you pretend to be a corpse? However, when they saw Shi Yi's movements, they instantly felt relieved. It's not a fake corpse, it turned out to be a comeback. Sure enough, no one can last that long, even the most amazing novels dare not write like this. I saw Shi Yi slowly raise the divine sword in his left hand and shout loudly. The way of heaven is unfair. I was born with heavy pupils, and I had to bury myself in this barren land. After speaking, he raised his sword and wiped it towards his neck. Changge, dressed in white, appeared in front of Shi Yi in an instant. 2 fingers gripped the divine sword in Shi Yi's hand. Smiling, he said. Don't die yet. Wait a moment. Who? Shi Yi was surprised in his heart. Although his eyes were blind, his perception was still very strong. Being able to appear silently in front of oneself must be a strong person above the Dao Palace. Is it that heaven never dies for me? Did someone come to my rescue? But so what, in front of the powerful Stone Clan, who dares to save him? Just as he was having wild thoughts, Changge's voice rang out again. Young man, I see your bright eyes and white teeth. Changge had just spoken, but when he saw the black section of the boy's eyes tangled around his eyes. Instantly realizing that I was speaking fluently. It's all his master's fault. Young man, I see that your heaven is full, your earthly pavilion is round, your jade tree faces the wind, your temperament is not bad, and you will become a great treasure in the future. Are you interested in joining my immortal sect for eternity? Changge originally intended to talk about the Eternal Immortal Sect, but when he thought about the name not being powerful enough, what if the young man in front of him didn't join and changed it directly to the Eternal Immortal Sect? My sect leader is the 108th generation leader of the Eternal Immortal Sect. As long as you worship me as your teacher, you will definitely embark on the path of starlight in the future, with boundless prospects. What? Shi Yi is confused. Is it really here to save him? Did his shout just now receive a response from some great god? Do you want to say another sentence? 30 years in the east and 30 years in the west, do not deceive young people into poverty. Not only did Shi Yi feel confused. Even the 7 people in black were confused. Brother, could you please see the situation clearly? We are pursuing people, have you left here to recruit disciples? Returning to the Eternal Immortal Sect. Go ahead and deceive the ghost. Does the ancient continent have this sect? It won't be a small sect in any corner, just name it casually for the sake of fame. Think of this. Wang Laowu walked out directly. Pulling his sharp voice, he said, "You're reckless. Even a small sect in a corner dares to stop me, the Stone Clan of Zhongzhou, from pursuing criminals. Don't you want to live anymore?" Changge frowned. Nima. Didn't you see that I'm taking in apprentices? Surprisingly disturbing him. I couldn't help but curse inwardly. If my disciple doesn't worship me as his teacher due to your disturbance, I will dig the tomb of your ancestors for 18 generations. Wang Laowu ignored Changge when he saw him. Continuing, are you deaf? Noisy. Changge only glanced over with one glance. Seeking death. Bang. Wang Laowu turned directly into blood mist. Lying trough. What situation? Changge's move directly stunned everyone. A glance, instantly killing the 7 heavenly strongers of the transforming god. What kind of strong person is this? Not a Taoist palace realm. At least you are a powerful realm expert. After the transformation of the spirit, there is a combination, followed by the Dao Palace, above which is a great power. Only the realm of great power can have such powerful strength. Shi Yi was startled and his mouth opened wide. This person is not afraid of the Stone Clan, is it some newly born hidden world sect? It is said that those hidden sects have been passed down from ancient times to the present day. Not only the sages, but also the great emperors and strong ones have these sections. Kid. If you dare to kill the people of our Stone Clan, you are doomed. Even if your sect is strong behind you, you will still wait to bear the anger of our Stone Clan. You kneel down now and beg for mercy. We can let go of your sect, otherwise we will definitely kill your sect to the death. A few people around Cyclops pointed at Changge and threatened. After all, in the ancient continent, apart from a few major holy sites, which sect dares to confront the Stone Clan? Obviously, this Eternal Immortal Sect is not one of the major holy sites of the Hard Stone Clan. Coming out to mix is about the background, and the Stone tribe behind them is a powerful background. What nonsense! It's just an imperial family, waving your hand. Changge let out another breath. Bang! 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 5 consecutive explosions. Except for Cyclops, all 5 others turned into blood mist. Finally quiet. You. Cover up. The Cyclops was so frightened that they couldn't speak. Seeing Changge's gaze approaching, he immediately covered his mouth with his hand. I'm afraid it will turn into a mist of blood in the next second. At this point, Shi Yi's heart was also stirred up by turbulent waves. The person in front of me is decisive in killing, and what I just said. It's just a royal family, waving their hands. Is this confidence or arrogance? Shi Yi couldn't make up his mind for a moment. Changge looked at Shi Yi in front of him and waited quietly for his answer. In front of him appeared information about Shi Yi. Name: Shi Yi. Realm: 9 layers of golden elixir, formerly known as the 9 layers of transforming gods. Physical condition: normal body, formerly born with heavy pupils. Tianjiao level: high-grade Tianjiao, formerly an epic level Tianjiao. Character experience: originally a member of the Stone Clan, he was born with double pupils. 3 months ago, he was deceived by his aunt and had his double pupils removed and transplanted onto his cousin Changge, who possessed the supreme bone. Lying trough: born with double pupils. Demons. Changge was also surprised at this moment. He learned from the system that the level of Tianjiao is divided into lower level, medium level, top level, king level, holy level, divine level, epic level good guy. I didn't expect the first disciple to be so impressive. Epic level pride. That can easily achieve the emperor's arrogance. He completely ignored what was said later, that his double pupils were dug out 3 months ago. Even if it's not ignored, it doesn't matter. What's wrong with having my double pupils gouged out? Can't we just practice again? What? Are you saying that double pupils cannot be practiced again? Then Changge will tell you. He who possesses the system can turn everything from impossible to possible. After reading Shi Yi's information. While Changge sighed at Shi Yi's incredible talent, he couldn't help but feel regretful for the young man who possessed the supreme bone. Sun Yen, your path has narrowed. The Supreme One is already on the Great Emperor's road, why bother digging into the eyes of others? Chapter 9. Super, big gift package for the first call mission. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Changge looked at the young man who hadn't replied yet and said calmly. How about it, young man? Have you figured it out yet? Shi Yi remained silent for a moment. Then he asked, have you ever heard of my enmity with the Stone Clan, Senior? No. I haven't heard of your grudges, but your eyes have already told me about your grudges. Changge gave a faint smile. Do you still need to hear that you're already like this? Shi Yi hesitated in his heart. He is worried that his joining will bring catastrophic consequences to the Eternal Immortal Sect. After all, the Stone Clan is an ancient imperial clan on the ancient continent, with countless strong members among them. It is not an exaggeration to say that there are as many saints as dogs, and that great saints walk everywhere. There are also powerful emperors guarding important areas of the starry sky battlefield. Senior, that's the royal family of Zhongzhou and the Stone family. I said it. It's just an imperial family. It's about waving your hand. Changge still spoke lightly. Changge's words gave Shi Yi a reassuring pill. The other party still said that even though they knew that the Shi clan was a royal family in Zhongzhou. Obviously, the other party is not afraid of the Stone Clan. Bet. As the saying goes. Take a gamble, turn a bicycle into a motorcycle. Give it a try, the motorcycle will become a jeep. Crazy gambling, jeep turns into a Land Rover. Shi Yi is gambling today that this immortal sect is truly a hidden world entity. After all, without the protection of the sect, he will be relentlessly pursued by the Stone Clan, and one day he will be executed. Now that some sects are willing to take him in, perhaps one day Shi Yi can truly fulfill his promise. To break through the imperial family and overturn the heavenly palace. I, Shi Yi, am willing to learn from my senior, but now that I am blind, I estimate that in the future. Don't worry. As long as you join my Eternal Immortal Sect, you will be blind and the most powerful blind person in the future. Changge said indifferently. Blind. Will having a system make you blind? Hush. Is it blind, and also the most powerful blind? Shi Yi's face was filled with shock. What kind of sect am I joining? Master has such great confidence. By the way, I already know about your situation as a teacher. So, will you repay the grudges between you and the Stone Clan yourself, or will I repay them for you as a teacher? Changge looked at Shi Yi and said. Although the Stone Clan in Zhongzhou is incredibly powerful, it is just a piece of cake for him. I didn't see it. Can't even the magic lake in the forbidden zone of life stop his power? Changge asked these words, which also meant a test. If a disciple relies on his sect and elders for everything, but enjoys his own success, such disciples, even if they are demons, are not worth cultivating. People must rely on themselves. Thank you very much for your kindness, Master. The disciple's revenge, I want to avenge it myself. Shi Yi said with a resolute expression. He was born with double pupils and was once a prodigy. There is naturally a pride that belongs to genius. Even without double pupils now, he also has the confidence that he can still practice to the peak. Because those with heavy pupils not only repair their eyes but also their hearts. Okay. Changge couldn't help but appreciate it. He did not misjudge anyone. System. Nima, shouldn't it be that I didn't misread the person? However, as a teacher now, I can help you collect some interest first. Changge waved his hand. The last black-clothed man, the Cyclops, was instantly sucked in front of him. Former generation. Spare your life. Spare your life. I have eyes but don't know Taishan. You just treat the little one as a fart and let it go. No, no, no. Little ones don't even count as farts. The Cyclops was completely scared and foolish at this moment. With just one glance, they instantly killed Old Five, who had transformed into 7 heavens. In one breath, it extinguished 5 of them. If Cyclops didn't know that he had kicked onto the iron plate this time, all these years would have been a waste of life. The person in front of us is at least a saint and a strong person. Sage. Under the sage, there are ants. You shouldn't beg me, you should beg my disciple. Changge said lightly. Young Master Yi, spare your life. The one-eyed dragon quickly kowtowed to Shi Yi without stopping. Do you know why you're blind in one eye? Shi Yi said coldly. Why? What? One-eyed dragon looked at Shi Yi and asked in confusion. Because your eyes have grown like they haven't. Bang! Shi Yi slapped the heavenly spirit cover of the Cyclops and directly sent their 10 brothers to reunite. After what happened just now, Shi Yi will no longer be soft on the enemy. Changge watched all of this. I am becoming increasingly satisfied with this disciple. When dealing with enemies, we must be decisive in our actions. Elbow, let's follow me back to the sect first. Changge looked at Shi Yi and said. Glancing at the one-eyed dragon lying on the ground again, he murmured softly. I just don't know how the other black-clad people are injured. Shi Yi felt speechless in his heart. Master, although the disciples cannot see, they cannot be fooled. Just now, you turned them into a mist of blood with just one glance and one breath. Did you let the disciples say they passed away by mold in front of the tomb? Just as Changge was preparing to return to the Eternal Sect with Shi Yi, the mechanical sound of the system came to mind. Ding! Congratulations to the host for recruiting the first talented disciple and completing the system task. As this is the first task, the system has issued a super large gift package. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a sect construction card for building and developing the sect. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a realm upgrade card, which can enhance the host's cultivation. Note: The Realm Upgrade card can unlimited elevate the host's cultivation to the current perfect realm. However, it cannot be broken. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 Heaven and Earth God Stone, 1 Sun Stone, and 1 Tai Yin Stone each. These 2 stones are transformed from the pupils of the great god Pangu's eyes, and have unpredictable effects. Tailored for those whose pupils have been dug out. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the divine level technique Chaos Tong Jing. Chaos Tong Jing is a technique practiced by the Chaos Demon God, which can cultivate Chaos Tong. It allows you to gaze up at the 33 heavens and down at the 18 layers of hell. Tailored for those with heavy pupils. Congratulations to the host for obtaining an Emperor-level summoning card. It can summon powerful players from the 6 realms of the Emperor, and the specific realm of the Emperor is random. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 2 Saint-level summoning cards. You can summon strong beings from the 4 realms of the Saint, including Saint, Ancient Saint, Holy King, and Great Saint. The specific realm of the Saint will be randomly selected. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 10 high-level summoning cards. You can summon powerful players in the powerful realm. Note: strong players below the powerful realm do not meet the host's challenge, so there are no longer summoning cards. In addition, each summoning card can theoretically only summon 1 corresponding strong player, but if the host is possessed by the Emperor of Europe, multiple players can be summoned, with no specific quantity limit. Moreover, the summoned strong players are absolutely loyal to the host. I'll make a big drop of shit. System: you don't talk about martial arts. Rewards are inhumane. This super large gift package truly lives up to its name. System: it's just basic operations, don't be surprised by the host. Sect construction card Immortal Emperor perfect cultivation card Sun Stone. Tai Yin Stone. Chaos Pupil Sutra. Emperor summoning card Saint summoning card. Nothing is ordinary. Changge looked at the various rewards in his mind and was filled with surprise. Oh, MGOD. Is this the golden legend? Possessed by the Emperor of Europe, invincible in the world. System: Dad, I love you. My love for you is like having diarrhea, popping and wiping, unable to stop at all. After a moment of emotion. Suddenly thought of. The newly recruited disciple, as a master, has not yet received the apprenticeship gift. This does not conform to the style of a forced king. Well, then give Shi Yi the Sun Stone, Tai Yin Stone, and Chaos Tong Jing. The 2 innate divine stones happen to refine Shi Yi, allowing him to see the light again. Chaos Tong Jing is also suitable for his cultivation. Chapter 10. Rejuvenation of Double Eyes. Heaven and earth lose their color. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Touch. Ouch. Master, why did you suddenly stop? Shi Yi didn't expect Changge to suddenly stop. He, who was already blind in his eyes, didn't react for a moment and directly bumped into Changge. I suddenly thought to myself, since you have joined my Eternal Immortal Sect, worship me as your teacher. I should first help you repair your injuries. Come on. I'll help you see the light again first, Master. Changge smiled and said. What? See the light again? Shi Yi raised his head in shock and looked at Changge. Although his eyes were black and tangled, his wide-open mouth still showed his inner shock. How can a person whose pupils have been gouged see light again? Unless one cultivates to the realm of a sage, one can only be reborn from amputation and reshape their physical body. And since his double pupils were dug out, his cultivation has regressed from the 9th level of the Huashan to the 9th level of the Jindan, with signs of regression. Can Master make him a saint in one day? Lying trough. Becoming a saint. Just think about it and get excited. Even in the Stone Clan where there are many saints like dogs, saints are still middle class. That Master must not only be a saint in cultivation, but also an ancient saint, and even a saint king. Maybe it's still the great sage. Great sage, be a master. He Shi Yi, this is a salted fish turning over. Subsequently, Shi Yi looked at Changge and said with a hint of joy. Master, are you planning to crown me with cultivation, directly sanctify me, and then reshape my physical body and restore my eyes? Although it's a bit abrupt to promote the growth of seedlings, disciples cannot accept it either. Changge was taken aback. Nima. Give you the top shot. Make you holy. I dare not think so. I dare not write novels like this. Pop. Changge slapped Shi Yi on the head in anger. What do you think? Just instill your cultivation and become a saint in one day. Along the way of cultivation, only by being down to earth and taking one step at a time can one reach the peak. There is no shortcut to take. Like being a teacher, it took me 10 years to reach my current level in one fell swoop. It's not about instilling cultivation. Shi Yi was taken aback. Then asked. Master, what do you mean by, let me see the light again? Who? 2 fist-sized stones appeared in Changge's singer. Both stones have an irregular elliptical shape, grayish-white. At first glance, it was ordinary and looked like the pebbles that could be seen everywhere by the seaside. But the awe-inspiring aura emanating from the 2 stones reveals their extraordinary qualities. This is. Changge had just taken out these 2 stones, and even though Shi Yi's eyes were blind, he still felt a palpitating aura. In his perception, there are 2 objects in Changge's singer, one emitting the blazing sun energy and the other emitting the extremely cold Tai Yin energy. This is the stone of heaven and earth, the stone of the sun, and the stone of Tai Yin, which are transformed by the double pupils of the great god Pangu. After refining them into your eyes, you can see the light again. Changge's faint voice reached Shi Yi's ears. What? Heaven and earth god stone. The sun stone. The stone of Tai Yin. Transformed by the double pupils of Pangu great god. Every word spoken by Changge made Shi Yi's heart tremble. No wonder he felt the 2 things in Changge's singing, one emitting scorching sun energy and the other emitting extremely cold yin energy. It turned out to be the double pupils of the great god Pangu. After the opening of the heavens, didn't Pangu's eyes transform into the sun and moon? Where did the sun stone and the Tai Yin stone come from? Sure enough, myths are all deceiving. Without waiting for Shi Yi to continue thinking, Changge has already handed the sun stone and the Tai Yin stone to him. I have a divine level technique called Chaos I Sutra here, which I will also teach you. Chaos I Sutra is a technique practiced by chaos demon gods, which can cultivate chaos I. You can gaze up at the 33 heavens and down at the 18 layers of hell. I hope you don't disappoint me. With a wave of Changge's sleeve, a beam of light instantly appeared in the sea of Shi Yi's divine consciousness. Shi Yi felt the sun stone and Tai Yin stone on his hands, as well as the dazzling Chaos Sutra in his mind. The shock in my heart can no longer be expressed in words. This is both a divine stone and a divine level skill. Is it true that the sect you joined is the Immortal Sect? Changge. Is there still a fake? Pop pop pop. Shi Yi quickly knelt down and kowtowed 3 times to Changge. The master's great kindness to his disciples is beyond my ability to repay now. I can only repay it in the future. Okay. I look forward to your performance in the future. Quickly refine this divine stone of heaven and earth, and I will protect you. After Changge finished speaking, he waved his hand and formed a barrier around him that even the great sage could not break through. Shi Yi immediately sat cross-legged, with the sun stone in his right hand and the Tai Yin stone in his left hand. Spiritual powers flowed towards the divine stones of heaven and earth in their hands, beginning to refine. At the same time, the chaotic pupils in my mind also began to emit a dazzling divine light. Chaos has not yet opened, and the heavens and earth are in chaos. The golden light descends and shines upon chaos, treating it as the eye of chaos. The eye of chaos can distinguish between yin and yang, distinguish 6 senses, explore 10 directions of heaven and earth, observe 30.3 levels of heaven and earth, and understand the good and evil in all realms. A mysterious aura emanated from Shi Yi, enveloping the Sun Stone and Tai Yin Stone in his hand. Whoosh! 2 divine stones of heaven and earth flew up from their hands in an instant and fell into the eyes of Shi Yi concave. Ah! Waves of intense pain penetrated directly into Shi Yi's soul. This is an unbearable pain for ordinary people. Shi Yi couldn't help but let out a scream of agony. The whole body began to tremble uncontrollably and violently. Shi Yi knew that this was the divine stone merging into his eyes. He can't give up. You must persist. As long as he crosses this hurdle, Shi Yi can see the light again. Teeth tightly clenched on their lips, and a strand of blood flowed from the corner of their mouth. It can be seen what kind of pain Shi Yi is currently enduring. I, Shi Yi, am the double pupil of the heavenly God. I am just a stone of the heavenly God, so why be afraid? Let me melt it. Shi Yi shouted loudly and began to crazily use his spiritual power to refine the Sun Stone and Tai Yin Stone in his eyes. Boom! 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 Suddenly, flashes of lightning fell across the sky, turning the mountains and fields into a vast expanse of white. Even with Changge's cultivation, it was impossible to see the situation inside for a moment. In 15 minutes. Wait until the lightning dissipates. What caught Changge's eye was a handsome young man. He, with his slender 2-sword eyebrows painted like paint. The once black and white pupils began to give birth to a strand of spiritual energy. There was a golden light flashing through the originally empty pupils, which slowly transformed into a crimson color, and finally turned into chaotic pupils. These eyes, just one glance, give people the feeling as if they contain endless sadness, unfathomable. There was a chilling killing intent flickering in his eyes. The towering evil energy emanated from his eyes, as if he wanted to destroy everything, like a chaotic god and demon. Double pupils reappear. Heaven and earth change colors. If one's eyes are full of anger, they will lay 1,000,000 corpses. If the heavy pupils are sad, then heaven and earth will be sad together. If the heavy pupils fail, the universe will be annihilated. This is exactly the double pupil that Shi Yi refined and reborn from the Sun Stone and the Tai Yin Stone, seemingly more powerful than the original double pupil. There is a faint chaotic aura surrounding it. However, it seems that this has not stopped yet. In Shi Yi's eyes, a mysterious force seemed to surge towards the center of his eyebrows. The center of his eyebrows kept bulging, as if something was about to squeeze out. A faint stream of blood flowed from his forehead. Not good. Is it the backlash of the God Stone of heaven and earth? Changge was shocked in his heart. Just as it's ready to come forward and check. Boom boom. Boom boom. The earth-shattering thunderous sounds echoed from heaven and earth, as if there were some ancient malevolent creatures that should not have been born.